So here we are, day 4, marathon day. So my wife has left to take transportation to the starting line. She won't be running though. It's 8 o'clock now. She was up at 6:30 to catch a bus at 7:15, and now I'm heading. It's 8 o'clock now, and I'm heading over for breakfast. So I have a lot of time to kill when she runs these marathons, and going to have breakfast at the Sky Garden. So go check that out. Supposedly, if you book breakfast in the morning, you can get up to the Sky Garden before anybody else. So here we go. So here we are. This is the building. I guess it's also known as the Walkie Talk building. But here we are. I'm gonna head in, see what's going on. So if you do what I did, make reservations for 8:30, you pretty much have the whole place to yourself. So I'm here a little before 8:30, so I can't go up to the restaurant. But this is pretty breathtaking. So I'm heading upstairs now. So I started out by ordering a latte. So I ordered the English breakfast, which had Cumberland sausages, smoked back bacon, baked beans, roasted tomato, portobello mushroom, black pudding, and eggs. I got my eggs over easy. And it also came with some delicious toast. Right, most of it. The sausage was my least favorite, as you can see, and the black pudding. Everything else was delicious. The bread especially was really good. Ham was great. Good English breakfast. So as you can see, as I was leaving, the place got very busy. This is back downstairs where the viewing area was. And again, now the place was full of people. So I was glad I got there when I did. Worked out great. Taking the elevator downstairs and carrying on with my day. So it worked out great. No crowds up there. First one up, first one out. Now I'm heading over to the hotel again and figure out my day as far as viewing the marathon. So I'll find out different places that I can see her on the route. It looks like there's an area that of the marathon that I'll be able to see her a few times in. But again, she doesn't start running till about 11 o'clock. So I've got some time to figure it out. I'm actually going to go back to the hotel and edit my day 1 video. So we're on day 4, and I'm going to try to finish up. I've been trying to edit it at night, but I've been pretty tired. So I'm gonna head back and edit day one and try to get that posted. So far what I've noticed in London is a few things. Things ain't cheap, that's for sure. So that breakfast was with tip $36 or $38, 38 pounds, which is 24% more in US dollars. So you do the math. It's pretty expensive. So things aren't cheap. Again, you're paying in pounds, so it always seems like it's a little bit less, but if you remember that it's 24% higher in US dollars. So even last night at the casino I noticed, so I said, oh, I want to buy around 200 in pounds, and I had to give them $3.40, I think, to get around two something. So pretty expensive. Things are not cheap here. So everybody's trying to find a place to watch the marathon. A lot of the subways, you can't get into the stops. Kind of crazy. Tough to get around the city today. So I'm gonna try to head over to, it's about mile 13, so I'll see her at about halfway. And then hopefully I can make it over to the finish line, which is Buckingham Palace, but we'll see how that goes. So I found a great spot at the halfway point in the marathon. I waited about 2 hours and I missed my wife. So now I had to make my way to the finish, which is near Buckingham Palace.
Customers exiting Westminster Station, please walk through the gates and use exits 5 and 6.
As you can see, the crowds were tremendous, so I was not able to see my wife running on the course. So I made my way to the end of the course where there happened to be some pubs where I got myself a Guinness, or maybe two, waiting to meet up with her in what's called the meetup area. So all plans to see Janet on the course did not work. I waited at the halfway point and somehow she got by me and I didn't see her. So then I tried to make my way to the finish line, and at one point I thought I might have got trampled. So then I made my way to what's called the meeting point, and there happens to be bars around here, so it was easier to get a Guinness than it was to get to any point in the race. So now I'm waiting for Janet to show up. So the crowds for this marathon are crazy. This is just the meetup area. You can't see the race from here. So this is just friends and families waiting for their runners. So this is actually another meetup area. They have these areas broken alphabetically. Usually you go by your last name, but really you can just tell your runner that you're waiting for what area you'll be in. So this is what it looks like in these areas. And then these are some pictures that my wife took on the course of her running the marathon and the things that she ran by. And from a runner's perspective, she said that the race was great. You got to run into all these historic areas. The crowds were crazy, which really gives you some, get up and go when you're running the race. That's my wife there, waving. There she is coming in towards the finish line. And of course, she always smiles when she's in front of these cameras. Here she is with her medal, very proud. She's ran 10 marathons so far. And she's going to finish all 6 of the world marathons.